Happy Easter, y'all. Jesus is risen. And 2 days ago, a new Acceleracers comic has come onto the scene, and I will be going through all the Easter eggs to get you up to speed on this new exciting story. From the artist who gave you Acceleracers The Finish Line Part 1, and written by one of the new voice actors for the upcoming fan film, The Fog Realm. OSEG and TPMVA really put their talents out there and made this comic come to life. And as such, let's break this thing down. But just a brief summary of the story. We have 4 brand new characters, and it will be happening during the timeline of Ignition. So, not a focus on the main cast. It's also not full color, like before with The Finish Line, and instead will be a manga black and white, but still read from left to right. The year is 2005. Street racing runs wild all over the west coast of California. The comic starts off right where the first movie of Acceleracers began, right after the clash on the coast. Nolo, Torque, Vert, Karma, Monkey, Porkchop, Kurt, yes, all of the characters that you love are currently in Tesla's Accelodrome. However, the background silhouetted characters from Clash, who are they and what are their stories? We see them aftermath of the morning of the clash. Police officers swarm the area while a voice is booming into a microphone at a press conference. Skid marks from Nolo and Torque's race, and what happened to Wild after he saw a gig on the street. On this microphone in this building, a mysterious man that currently holds the title of Commissioner. We now cut to 2 months later where a familiar face is shown, and a couple of familiar cars as well. Supernat and See You Later. A radio broadcast is currently ongoing inside a Teku-wide Asphalt Assault, where we see our first main characters, Justin Rome Matthews, listening in to the current situation between the Teku and the Metal Maniacs. But it's then interrupted by Barbie Hilford, our second new main character to the cast. She takes what seems to be some kind of blueprint of Justin's and makes fun of his driving skills. She also mentions that they don't need quitters like the Blondie. I think we know who that refers to, Vert Wheeler, and Nolo, seeing them leave with her own eyes that night at the clash. Justin, clearly annoyed by that notion, seems to brush it off. We then hear some engine noises pulling up on the site of the Teku. We hear JC Squared say, "BB, they're here!" as Barbie seems poised to see who's coming. And what's really neat is you can see this, she has this BB necklace that sort of resembles the same style of a bee that is known for Mattel's other major toy line, you know, Barbie. Justin then finishes his coding upload, and before he can say done, is snatched from his car by Barbie. We then see a lot of headlights pulling up, and soon after, shadows of some characters coming into view. It's none other than the Metal Maniacs, and with them is the powerhouse mechanic Altego Anvil Ramos, our third new main character introduction. He opens up with the classic Life in Plastic, It's Fantastic Barbie line, while leansed up against an evil twin. Very cool car. And here we see the real beef. Curiously, they talk about some dirty tricks that wipe out members at the same time. Not exactly sure what that refers to. I hope it's not them actually dying, but hey, not surprised if it would be in street racing. Altego then seemingly keeps mocking Barbie and her team and says that they're now failing ever since Nolo left. Which to that she says that Nolo chose her to lead. And Altego says, no, it was your dad's money that made that. We then get a quick little grab fight from Altego and Barbie as she is clearly frustrated with him. The scuffle is then interrupted by a honk from another car. And if you've noticed, there are background characters, other than me, that are just scattered here and there, so we're gonna wait till we get them all in frame to discuss it. However, there is another car in the background, which is Governor. And as the fight breaks up, we see another introduction to our fourth and final main character, that being Dexter Chrome, and our first look at Rocket Oil Special. It's here we learn that Barbie of the Teku had called out all the Metal Maniacs for a race, all the cards down. And the Metal Maniacs, well, they don't even think they're in their league anymore, considering how bad they've been losing the past 2 months. And so Justin pipes in, it doesn't matter, we stick as a team, that's our strength. You know, classic friendship line, where he proceeds to get laughed at by pretty much everybody, except the Teku members. It looks like they seem to have some type of empathy for the man. So Barbie interrupts and says, hey, you're not talking to him, you're talking to me. I'm in charge here. And so, where do they want to race? Well, apparently, San Bernardino Freeway. It's here that we finally get probably the best panel in the entire comic. I know I'm being very biased here because, well, it's got pretty much every community member on this little thing, so you don't have to go and keep searching for it. It's right here, all the members in one place. Starting from the top left, we have Omega, Chenny, of course Justin and Barbie as actual members, TPMVA himself, then there's me, JC Squared, and on the bottom left we have Spoilers, Vulcan Vugan, Dexter Chrome, Altego, Reese, Accelerace from Tesla's Cube, and Alseg, and a fun little note, it's Waymond. Yep, that's it, that's him, that's Waymond, you better believe it. So we zoom out and we find that, hey, what's her problem? This can't be right. Apparently San Bernardino is gonna put a lot of people in danger. We don't want to race on a crowded freeway. But Barbie, who is adamant about getting this thing done, says, hey, sounds like you're scared, Metal Maniacs. To which they're just like, there's no way. She has some type of death wish here. With the stress building up, we finally see them walking away and say, you know what? I guess you're not game for this. To which Dexter Chrome finally says, fine, I'll play your game on one condition. In the foreground, we see Barbie, who smirks, knowing that her plan seems to be working. But then Dexter twists it and he says, we'll make it a 2-on-2. To which she replies, what? And he goes, I'll take Altego, and you take whoever else. So Barbie says, I'll take Rome. And Justin, well, he gets punched in the side for not wanting to, you know, risk his life on the freeway. We see some more tension between Barbie and Altego as there's some word jousting going on, and it seems in this one, Barbie's one making Altego super mad. Speaking of, Altego is rocking a seriously awesome Metal Maniacs hat. It's too bad you can't, yes you can, go to jclegoman10302.redbubble.com. That's the place to get your Metal Maniacs and Teku merch. Shirts, hats, stickers, everything's there. Go to my shop, and each of every purchase that you make, I get 20%. So thank you so much, and go check it out. Okay, where were we? Oh, right. The rules are only one from each team has to win in order to win it all. And to coordinate the race, each team member will have walkie-talkies in their cars in order to collaborate on who's gonna actually pass the finish line. They settle for a time and a place, and we see the Metal Maniacs finally say, let's go move some metal, as the Teku look on their departure. Finally, it's the time of the race. We see Supernat pull up, along with Governor, Bedlam, Evil Twin, and Brutalistic. See You Later is also seen in the background of this little thing, and, well, the cones are being set up. Trying to motivate her team, we see Barbie say, we're gonna scrap those maniacs, as Reese, Alseg, and Vulcan look on. Then we see the meme from Toy Story, and Justin is clearly not happy. He doesn't even think that they're friends anymore because, well, because Barbie is risking his life, which is pretty bad. But to that, Barbie says, well, Vert wouldn't back down. Why would you? Justin saying at least he would know some common sense. Well, we know where that got him. Boom, bang, bop. Barbie says, hey, you want to be like Vert? Start acting like them. The Metal Maniacs seem poised to face him as the Teku a little bit disgruntled with each other. Justin clearly not wanting to do this with her. Altego and Dexter talk about what it is that they got themselves into, to which Dexter sees a little bit of a flashback. He's learned from the mistakes of the Teku, seeing Tone and the fact that the way that Barbie races, risking their lives just for some respect. He chose Altego because he knows he can handle himself out there without getting themselves put into a life or death situation. Back at the line, we see, starting from the left to the right, Rocket Oil Special, Horseplay, Track Tune, and Asphalt Assault lined up, ready to go. There at the line is Alseg, giving some ominous, I hope you guys don't die, red flag warnings. She begins her start your engines as we see Barbie look to her right and see a shadow or memory of Nolo. Doing a double take, he then quickly poises herself, looking straight ahead, angry and firm as ever. We then see Justin look back at his box that apparently has some type of trick up his sleeve, and he is ready as well. Alseg's at the yellow, saying ready when we see Mr. Metal Maniacs himself, Torque, give his memory message to Dexter, saying you must protect the crew, we're welded, win or lose. The Metal Maniacs clearly are more bonded in this part, giving each other a thumbs up for the ready to go. Then we get the awesome Go by Alseg, where we hear clutch, slam, vroom, screech of cars racing down the track line, and a fitting last panel shows all the community members cheering them on as they race on. And there we have it, the end of issue 1, Raging Fire. Last but not least, there was this awesome second cover done by Street Visions himself, so you definitely gotta check him out. In review, Barbie is definitely the stubborn-headed person who is extremely reckless, and it's also why we are moving some of that plot along. Justin, aka Rome, you just gotta honestly feel for him. His idol in the crew, Vert, is gone, and now is left with Barbie's demands and the Metal Maniacs' laughter. Bro's just trying to live out here, man. Dexter is level-headed just like Torque, and it's a good reason why Torque would have gone to help the other Maniacs, because they are all welded. It's probably why the Maniacs in this case are more cohesive than the Teku. Altego is tall. No, but really, he must be pretty skilled to back up his confidence. It doesn't come off as cocky either. Simply a matter of fact, almost from his analysis. He and Dexter are definitely more prepared feeling than their Teku rivals. Also, the way that the panels with Torque, Tone, and Nolo are done really well. It's kind of like a callback to the original movie in Ignition. It utilized a lot of those flashback connections very well for Nolo and Torque's story originally. And really, it's the case for Acceleracers as a whole. It makes perfect sense for not just fan service, but actual storytelling here. The one that is mostly fan service that I love is, of course, seeing the community members represented on the Teku and Metal Maniacs. It's just really neat seeing more original Hot Wheels and the awesome community members that would be driving them. Especially Wayman. I want him to be canon the most, please. My last thought is the Commissioner just looks really cool, and I can't wait to see him in action. So make sure to stay up to date with Alseg and TPMVA on their social medias, and go read the manga on their website, linked here. If you like Acceleracers like me, you won't want to miss a beat on its revival and the amazing fan works like this one. Hit that subscribe button to become part of the Squared Gang. Like this video, turn on notifications, and hit that join button where for $5 a month, you can get behind the scenes access to my content and some custom awesome emojis. To the Square Gang Plus members that are already subscribed, Accelerate Citrus 3, and Ratchet RPG 01, a huge thank you so much for your continued support. And be here, be squared for the next video. Stay blessed out there. I'll see you later.